You just missed it. The U.S. Mint, your trusted source for silver coins, has completely suspended all sales. And here's the shocking part. No warning, no press release, just gone. No silver eagles, no Morgan dollar sets. Why? The official explanation is market volatility, but here's the truth. It's much worse than that. You're watching the first domino fall in a silver supply crisis like nothing we've seen in decades. If you're not paying attention right now, you're about to miss the most crucial shift in the metals market of your lifetime. Stick around. This is just the beginning. The U.S. Mint isn't the only one. This isn't just some isolated incident. This is the start of something far bigger. The silver market is unraveling, and it's happening right in front of us. Why? Because the Mint isn't stopping sales over a temporary spike. It's about a supply crisis, a global shortage that's already spiraling out of control. You've seen the spot price, right? The one everyone quotes like it's the gospel truth. But here's the thing. That number doesn't reflect reality. The real silver market, the one you can't see on your screen, is telling a completely different story, and it's only going to get worse from here. What does this mean for you? Well, if you're not prepared, you'll be caught off guard. This is not a drill. Now, here's the kicker. While CNBC and Bloomberg try to downplay this as a temporary glitch, the real reason the U.S. Mint stopped selling is much darker. It's not about market volatility. It's about a complete breakdown in supply. The Mint can't get their hands on silver at the prices they're telling you. And guess what? The contagion is already spreading. Private mints are feeling the pressure too. How do we know? Because the premiums are skyrocketing. In fact, some dealers are quoting premiums over 50% above the spot price. Let that sink in for a second. You're being told silver is $90 an ounce, but the price you'll actually pay, if you can find any, is closer to 135s. That's not a market correction. That's a market collapse, and it's just getting started. But here's the real wake-up call. The Mint isn't just out of stock. They can't source the metal because there is no silver left at the prices the market is quoting. This is where things get disturbing. You think you're seeing $90 an ounce on your screen? Forget that. The actual price, the one people are willing to pay to get their hands on metal, is already up to 135. And that gap, that's the smoking gun. It's the market telling you something fundamental is broken. The disconnect between the paper price and the physical price isn't just a fluke. It's a clear signal that the system can't function much longer. Silver isn't just scarce, it's practically gone. And the longer this situation drags on, the higher the premiums will climb. What happens when the Mint admits they can't get silver at the spot price? The entire structure collapses. And that's exactly what we're seeing unfold right now. The pressure's building, and it's not slowing down. Let's stack the evidence. First, we've got the U.S. Mint halting sales. Then premiums are going through the roof, up to 50% or more. Now, we're hearing from inside sources that the vaults are draining at a terrifying pace. In just January alone, over 36 million ounces are set to be delivered. That's not normal. That's not even close to normal. It's like a slow motion bank run, but instead of cash, it's silver. And it's only going to get worse. So what happens if this keeps escalating? What happens when the vaults hit zero and there's no more metal to deliver? That's when the real panic begins. People will realize too late that the system they've been relying on was built on an illusion. Once that hits, all hell breaks loose. Now let's zoom out and look at the real world impact. This isn't just a problem for investors and traders. This is about real people, real industries. Imagine you're a manufacturer relying on silver for solar panels, electronics, or medical devices. You've locked in your supply chain, but suddenly there's no silver to be had at any price. What do? You pay up, and you pay whatever it takes to keep your operations running. This is what's happening right now. Industrial demand doesn't just disappear when the price spikes. It has to adjust. And the adjustment, it's going to cost a lot more. And it's not just the manufacturers. If you're looking to buy silver as an investment, whether for your stack or to trade, you're going to face long wait times, absurd premiums, and a market that's already well ahead of where you think it is. If this feels familiar, say so in the comments. But let's dig deeper. This isn't just a supply shortage. This is the result of a broken system, a system that has been propped up by leverage, manipulation, and fear for decades. It's all about keeping prices artificially low, keeping you believing that there's always plenty of metal. But when you dig past the headlines, you see the mechanism, the fractional reserve system that's allowed paper claims on silver to outnumber the actual physical metal. Now, as the demand for physical silver skyrockets, that system is crumbling. The mints can't source silver, the vaults are emptying, and the futures market, it's starting to panic. This is the moment when everything we thought we knew about the silver market comes into question. And here's the truth. When a system built on paper promises finally runs out of metal, it can't be fixed. It just collapses. So what happens next? We're at a crossroads, and there are two very different paths we could take. First, we could see the price of silver surge even higher, upward of $200 an ounce, if the paper market finally crashes and the physical market takes control. In this scenario, the miners will see massive gains, and anyone who's positioned in physical silver or mining stocks will be sitting on a gold mine, literally. But then there's the second option, a grinding bull market. The mint could resume sales at higher prices, and we could see a series of mini crises, delays, rationing, and rising premiums that gradually push the price higher over months. It won't be dramatic, it'll be slow but steady. The question is, which path are we on? And more importantly, are you ready for it? The clock is ticking, and every indicator is pointing toward a decision that's already in motion. Here's the bottom line. The silver market is at a tipping point. The mint has already suspended sales. The paper price is no longer reliable. The vaults are draining. And the reality is starting to sink in. There's a massive supply shortage that can't be ignored. The key players, the ones who have been controlling this market for decades, are scrambling to react. The physical market and the paper market are about to split, and if you're not positioned, you're going to get left behind. So here's what you need to do. Make a plan, watch the indicators, know when to act, because when this market moves, it's going to move fast. Don't wait for the headlines to catch up. The squeeze is already here, and it's already in motion. Follow this channel to stay ahead of the curve. You won't want to miss what's coming next.